Once upon a time, America sold the world a dream. Freedom, democracy, the promise that every voice mattered. But today, that dream feels like it's slipping away. The headlines are darker, the streets are angrier, and the idea of freedom is no longer a promise, it is a question. The assassination of Kirk. The news shook the nation. The assassination of Kirk was more than the loss of a man. It was a symbol, a warning that political disagreement is no longer about debates. It has become a battlefield. A life stolen, a voice silenced, not because of crime or greed, but because of politics. And when politics begins to kill, freedom begins to die. Trump's arrogance. Then there is Trump. To his supporters, he is a warrior, a fighter against corruption. But to others, he is arrogance personified, a man who speaks not for unity, but for division. Every speech becomes fire, every word a weapon. He feeds the anger of those who already believe America is broken, and in that fire, freedom is burning away. The America of fear. Today, people are not just divided by race, class, or ideology. They are divided by fear. Fear of speaking out, fear of being silenced online, fear of government watching, fear of neighbors turning into enemies. The land of the free has become the land of suspicion, and freedom cannot live where fear rules. When leaders fail the people. A nation's freedom is only as strong as its leaders, but America's leaders no longer lead, they perform. Some chase cameras, others chase power. And all the while, the ordinary citizen is left wondering, who is fighting for us? The death of debate. Once, America was proud of its debates, clashing ideas, competing visions, passionate arguments. But now, debates are replaced with shouting matches, discussions replaced with insults, and in the absence of debate comes violence. Kirk's assassination wasn't just a crime, it was a sign that when words fail, bullets follow. The erosion of freedom. Freedom is not taken in a single moment, it dies slowly. A new law here, a restriction there, a voice silenced online, a journalist intimidated, an activist investigated. Piece by piece, the walls close in, and one day, the people will wake up and realize the freedom they once boasted of has vanished. The storm of division. Trump rallies one half of America, the opposition rallies the other, and the people in the middle, they are crushed in the middle of a storm they never asked for. This is not politics anymore. It is war by other means. Not with armies, but with rhetoric, with fear, with assassinations. The final question. So where does America go from here? Does it continue down the path of arrogance, division, and bloodshed? Or does it remember what freedom truly means? Not for some, but for all. Because freedom is not just a word. It is responsibility. It is respect. It is the courage to listen, not just to shout. And until America remembers that, freedom will keep slipping away, one headline at a time. The closing line. This is not just the story of America. It is the warning of what happens when freedom is taken for granted. History does not repeat. It punishes those who forget. The dream is dying. The question is, will anyone wake up before it's gone? America has always sold itself as the protector of freedom, the guardian of peace, and the leader of the world. But behind the speeches, behind the flashy promises, 3 U.S. presidents, Barack Obama, Donald Trump, and Joe Biden, have all failed in the same mission, keeping the world safe. Tonight, we break down how one after another they let world peace slip through their fingers. Obama era. Barack Obama came into power on the wings of hope. He promised change. He promised diplomacy. He even won a Nobel Peace Prize before he had truly acted. But what happened? The wars in Iraq and Afghanistan dragged on. Drone strikes expanded, hitting militants, yes, but also civilians. The Arab Spring was mishandled. Libya collapsed into chaos, and Syria turned into one of the bloodiest conflicts of our time. Millions of refugees, and America stood accused of abandoning them. Obama's legacy? Great speeches, but a broken Middle East that never healed. Trump era. Then came Donald Trump. He promised to end the wars, put America first, and stop being the world's policeman. For a moment, it looked different. He shook hands with North Korea's Kim Jong-un, history in the making. But peace? It never came. The talks collapsed. Iran tensions skyrocketed after the killing of General Qasem Soleimani, and the Middle East once again became a ticking time bomb. Trump pulled out of international agreements, including the Iran nuclear deal and the Paris Climate Accord, leaving allies confused and enemies emboldened. His America First slogan turned into America Alone. Finally, Joe Biden. He promised stability after Trump's chaos, but the world became more unstable than ever. His withdrawal from Afghanistan was rushed, chaotic, and left behind desperate allies clinging to U.S. planes. The Taliban returned in days. Then, Russia invaded Ukraine, bringing Europe to the edge of World War III. And as the conflict in Gaza explodes, Biden is accused of failing to stop civilian suffering while America keeps sending weapons. Instead of peace, the Biden years have been marked by escalation, from Eastern Europe to the Middle East to the Pacific, with China looming. So, what do we see? Obama, Trump, Biden. Three very different men, three different styles, three different promises. Yet, one result: no peace. America, the so-called global superpower, could not stop wars, could not heal divisions, could not lead the world to safety. The truth is clear. When leaders chase power, politics, and popularity, the dream of peace dies quietly in the shadows, and the world pays the price. Biden era. Finally, Joe Biden. He promised stability after Trump's chaos, but the world became more unstable than ever. His withdrawal from Afghanistan was rushed, chaotic, and left behind desperate allies clinging to U.S. planes. The Taliban returned in days. Then, Russia invaded Ukraine, bringing Europe to the edge of World War III. And as the conflict in Gaza explodes, Biden is accused of failing to stop civilian suffering while America keeps sending weapons. Instead of peace, the Biden years have been marked by escalation, from Eastern Europe to the Middle East to the Pacific, with China looming.